Okay, so you're ready to go deeper than just the headlines about AI, right? You've been hearing about AI-generated art going viral and self-driving cars hitting the roads, even whispers of virtual worlds powered by AI.
Yeah, it feels like we're on the cusp of something massive.
Definitely. And you want to understand where it's all headed.
You got it. You sent us a ton of research on AI,
Everything. Yeah.
like everything from its potential in healthcare to its impact on cybersecurity. We're talking generative AI, AI in healthcare, automation in the future of work,
Oh, yeah. AI and the metaverse.
cybersecurity, and even the mind-bending world of AI combined with quantum computing.
Wow. So our mission for this deep dive is to cut through all the hype and give you a clear picture of what's really happening,
Yeah,
and maybe even spark some new ideas about how AI might impact your life in the years to come.
absolutely. Let's start with what's capturing everyone's imagination right now, generative AI. It's not just about those AI-generated song covers that sound eerily like your favorite artists. This technology is already changing how we create.
I read an article about a filmmaker who used AI to create a whole animated short film. He said it would have taken a team of animators months to do what the AI did in a matter of days. Is that the kind of creative revolution we're talking about?
It is. Think bigger than just speeding up existing processes.
Okay.
Imagine AI collaborating with architects to design buildings, composing symphonies alongside musicians, even helping writers craft stories.
Wow.
The potential for human-AI co-creation is immense.
That's a really interesting point. It's not necessarily about AI replacing human creativity, but about augmenting it, about expanding the possibilities. But what about the potential for misuse? I mean, if AI can generate realistic content, couldn't it be used to create convincing fake news or propaganda?
You're absolutely right. That's one of the big challenges with any powerful technology. It can be used for good or for ill. And that's something we'll need to keep in mind as we navigate this evolving landscape of AI. But for now, let's move on to an area where AI's potential for good is undeniable healthcare.
This is something that feels very personal for a lot of people. I know I've got family members who've benefited from amazing. And it seems like AI is going to take things even further.
Yeah, the potential impact of AI on healthcare is immense. We're talking about AI analyzing medical images to spot early signs of diseases like cancer.
Right.
AI assisting surgeons with incredibly precise movements during surgery, and even AI helping develop personalized treatments based on your unique genetic makeup.
So let's unpack this a bit. When it comes to early detection, I read about an AI that can analyze mammograms and detect breast cancer with a higher accuracy rate than human radiologists. Are we really at the point where AI can outperform doctors in certain areas?
We are. And it's not about replacing doctors, but about giving them powerful tools to enhance their decision-making.
I see.
AI can sift through mountains of data, spot subtle patterns, and alert doctors to potential issues they might have missed. It's like having a second set of highly trained eyes constantly on the lookout.
That's incredible. And when it comes to surgery, I imagine AI could be particularly helpful in procedures that require extreme precision, like brain surgery or eye surgery.
Absolutely. AI-assisted surgery is all about minimizing human error and improving patient outcomes.
Hmm.
Imagine a robotic arm guided by AI, making incredibly precise incisions and movements, reducing the risk of complications and speeding up recovery times.
That's mind-blowing. And then there's the whole idea of personalized medicine. It feels almost futuristic to think that treatments could be tailored to our individual DNA. Is that really on the horizon?
It is. AI can analyze your genetic data and identify potential risks, predict how you might respond to different medications, and even help develop therapies that target your specific needs.
Wow.
It's about moving away from one-size-fits-all medicine and toward a more individualized approach to healthcare.
So it's like having a medical team that's completely focused on you, using the latest technology to keep you healthy and address your specific needs. It's incredible to think about the possibilities. But of course, with every new technology, there are also potential downsides. We've got to address the elephant in the room,
Yeah.
AI and the future of work.
You're right. AI's impact on the job market is something that a lot of people are concerned about, and it's understandable.
Mhm.
The sources we've looked at suggest that some jobs will inevitably be automated as AI becomes more sophisticated.
I've definitely seen that happening already. I mean, think about customer service chatbots. They're getting better and better at handling basic inquiries, and in some cases, they're even replacing human customer service agents.
It's true, but it's important to remember that technological advancements have always disrupted the job market. The invention of the automobile put blacksmiths out of business, but it created a whole new industry around cars and transportation.
Yeah, it's true.
AI is no different. While it may displace some jobs, it will also create new ones.
So it's not just about jobs disappearing, it's about the types of jobs changing. What kind of new jobs do you see emerging in an AI-driven world?
We're already seeing a huge demand for people who can develop, implement, and manage AI systems.
Right.
The data scientists, AI engineers, machine learning specialists, these are the jobs of the future. But it's not just about technical skills.
Right.
We'll also need people who can understand the ethical implications of AI, who can bridge the gap between humans and machines, and who can ensure that AI is used responsibly and for the benefit of society.
So it's a shift, not just in the types of jobs, but also in the skills that will be most valuable. It makes you wonder, what can we do to prepare ourselves for this AI-powered future? What skills should we be developing to stay ahead of the curve?
That's a great question and something we'll delve into a bit later. But for now, let's shift gears and explore another fascinating area where AI is making waves. The metaverse.
Yes, the metaverse. I'll admit, I'm a little skeptical about the whole virtual world thing. It seems like something straight out of a science fiction novel. But I'm curious to hear how AI fits into this picture.
It might seem like science fiction, but the metaverse is becoming more real every day. And AI is the key to making these virtual worlds truly immersive and believable.
Okay, so paint me a picture. What role is AI playing in making the metaverse more than just a fancy video game?
Imagine stepping into a virtual world where your avatar moves and expresses itself just like you do in real life, thanks to AI-powered motion capture and facial recognition. You could attend a virtual concert with friends from across the globe, explore a meticulously recreated ancient city, or even collaborate on a design project in a virtual workspace, all powered by AI that makes the experience feel natural and engaging.
So it's not just about the visual fidelity, it's about creating a sense of presence, of actually being there in the virtual world.
Exactly. AI is also being used to create realistic virtual environments that respond dynamically to your actions. Picture a virtual forest where the leaves rustle in the wind, the sunlight filters through the trees, and the AI-powered animals react to your presence.
That does sound pretty amazing. But I've got to ask, what's the point? Is this just about escapism, or is there a more practical side to the metaverse?
There's definitely a huge potential for entertainment and social interaction, but the applications go far beyond that. Imagine architects using the metaverse to design buildings and cities, surgeons practicing complex procedures in a virtual operating room,
Mm.
or students experiencing historical events firsthand through immersive simulations.
Wow, that opens up a whole new world of possibilities. It makes you wonder if the metaverse will eventually become as commonplace as the internet is today.
It's an intriguing question, isn't it? And one that we can't answer for sure. But one thing is for certain, AI will play a crucial role in shaping the metaverse and determining its impact on our lives. But for now, let's step back from the virtual world and talk about a very real threat that AI is helping us combat: cybersecurity.
This is something that's becoming more and more important as our lives move increasingly online. It seems like every day there's a new story about a data breach or a cyber attack. How is AI being used to fight back against these threats?
It's like a high-stakes game of chess with AI on both sides of the board. Hackers are using AI to create more sophisticated malware and launch more targeted attacks. But the good guys are using AI to detect and prevent those attacks, analyzing massive amounts of data to identify suspicious activity and block threats before they can do any damage.
So it's like having an AI bodyguard, constantly monitoring your systems and fending off attacks.
Exactly. AI can analyze network traffic patterns, identify vulnerabilities, and even predict future attack vectors, allowing cybersecurity professionals to stay one step ahead of the bad guys.
That's reassuring considering how much of our lives are now digital. But it also makes you wonder, what happens when the hacker's AI gets smarter? Is it just an endless arms race?
It's a valid concern. The key is to stay ahead of the curve, constantly developing new AI-powered defenses and strategies. It's a constant evolution, with both sides pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But this is where AI's potential truly shines, in tackling complex, dynamic challenges that would overwhelm human capabilities. Speaking of pushing boundaries, are you ready to venture into the realm of the truly mind-bending?
Hit me with it. I'm ready for another dose of AI awesomeness.
Let's talk about the fusion of AI and quantum computing. This is where we're pushing past the limits of current technology and stepping into a world of almost unimaginable potential.
Okay, I've heard about quantum computing, but it always seemed like something out of Star Trek. Can you give me the non-physicist explanation of what it is and how it relates to AI?
Imagine a computer that can perform calculations millions of times faster than any computer we have today. That's the promise of quantum computing. It harnesses the bizarre laws of quantum mechanics to solve problems that would take classical computers centuries, if not millennia.
Okay, so we've got super fast computers. How does that connect to AI?
Think of it this way. AI is like a powerful engine, but it needs fuel to run. That fuel is data. And the more data you can feed an AI, the more powerful it becomes. Quantum computing provides a way to process massive amounts of data at incredible speeds, unlocking entirely new levels of AI performance.
So it's like giving a race car a rocket booster. It can already go fast, but now it's going to be supersonic. What kind of breakthroughs could we see with this combination?
The possibilities are almost limitless. Imagine AI developing life-saving drugs in a fraction of the time it currently takes, designing completely new materials with incredible properties, or creating highly accurate models to predict and mitigate the effects of climate change.
It's hard to even grasp the scale of the impact, but it also makes you wonder about the potential downsides. If quantum computing can supercharge AI for good, couldn't it also be used for nefarious purposes?
It's a valid concern. As with any powerful technology, there are potential risks. But I believe that the potential benefits of AI, combined with quantum computing, far outweigh the risks. It's about using this technology wisely, ethically, and for the betterment of humanity. Speaking of ethics, let's move on to a topic that's absolutely crucial to consider as AI continues to advance.
You're right. We can't talk about the future of AI without addressing the ethical considerations. We've touched on some of them already, but I'd love to dive deeper into the potential risks and challenges.
Absolutely. It's not just about the technology itself, it's about how we use it. And that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, so let's get philosophical for a bit. What are some of the biggest ethical concerns that are keeping you up at night?
Well, it feels like we're standing at a crossroads. AI has this incredible potential to solve problems, improve our lives, even push the boundaries of human knowledge. But we also have to be aware of the potential downsides.
Yeah, the unintended consequences.
Exactly. And it's not about being afraid of AI. It's about being thoughtful and proactive in shaping its development and deployment. One of the key challenges is ensuring that AI systems are aligned with our values.
I read an article about an AI system that was designed to predict crime hotspots.
Oh, yeah.
And it ended up disproportionately targeting minority neighborhoods, even though crime rates were actually lower in those areas. It seems like AI can easily perpetuate existing biases if we're not careful.
That's a perfect example of why we need to be incredibly vigilant about how we design and train AI systems. We need to make sure the data we're feeding them is representative and unbiased. And we need to constantly test and monitor these systems to make sure they're not making unfair or discriminatory decisions.
So it's about building safeguards into the system, making sure there's a human element involved in overseeing the AI's decisions.
Absolutely. And it's not just about preventing harm, it's also about ensuring that AI is used in a way that benefits society as a whole.
Right.
We need to ask ourselves, who's benefiting from this technology? Who's being left behind? And how can we ensure that AI is a force for good, not just for profit?
Those are really important questions. It seems like the ethical considerations around AI are incredibly complex.
Yeah.
It's not just a technical challenge, it's a philosophical one.
You're absolutely right. We're grappling with questions about fairness, accountability, transparency, even the nature of intelligence itself. These are age-old philosophical questions that are taking on new urgency in the age of AI.
It's a lot to wrap our heads around, but it also feels incredibly important. This isn't just about some abstract future, it's about the world we're building right now.
Exactly. And the decisions we make today will have a profound impact on the world of tomorrow. It's up to all of us, developers, policymakers, citizens, to ensure that AI is used in a way that aligns with our values and creates a better future for everyone.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential benefits and risks of AI, the ethical challenges, the philosophical questions. It's clear that AI is a powerful force that's already reshaping our world. But what about the future? Where do we go from here?
Well, the future of AI is being written right now in research labs, startups, and policy discussions around the world. There are a few key areas that I'm particularly excited about.
Okay, let's hear it. Give me a glimpse into the future. What's on the horizon?
One area that's incredibly promising is the development of AI systems that can learn and adapt more like humans do. We're moving beyond simply programming AI with rules and instructions.
Hmm.
We're teaching AI to learn from experience, to generalize from limited data, to even exhibit a degree of common sense.
So we're talking about AI that's not just mimicking human intelligence, but actually developing its own form of intelligence based on the principles of learning and adaptation.
Exactly. This could lead to AI systems that are more flexible, more creative, and more capable of solving complex, real-world problems. Imagine AI that can collaborate with scientists to make groundbreaking discoveries.
Wow.
AI that can assist artists in creating entirely new forms of art. Even AI that can help us better understand ourselves and the universe around us.
That's a truly mind-blowing vision of the future, but it also raises some interesting questions.
Hmm.
If AI becomes more intelligent, more autonomous, how do we ensure that it remains aligned with our values? How do we maintain control?
That's the million-dollar question. And it's one that we need to be thinking about very carefully. Some experts believe that we can design AI systems with built-in ethical constraints, like Isaac Asimov's famous 3 laws of robotics. Others argue that we need to develop a deeper understanding of consciousness and morality in order to create AI that is truly aligned with human values.
It's a fascinating and complex debate, and it's one that we'll need to continue having as AI continues to evolve. But for now, I think we've covered a lot of ground. We've explored the incredible potential of AI, the very real risks, and the ethical challenges that we need to address. It's clear that AI is not just a technology, it's a force that's going to shape the future of humanity in profound ways.
I completely agree. And as we move forward, I think it's crucial to remember that AI is not something that's happening to us. It's something that we're creating.
Yeah.
We have the power to shape its development, to guide its use, and to ensure that it serves humanity, not the other way around.
That's a powerful reminder. So as we conclude this deep dive into the world of AI, what's the one takeaway you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Embrace curiosity. AI is a constantly evolving field, and the best way to navigate this new landscape is to stay informed, ask questions, and engage in thoughtful conversations about the future we're building together.
That's great advice. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of AI. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. We hope you've learned something new, gained some fresh perspectives, and maybe even sparked some new ideas about the role of AI in your own life.